So many people are suffering in comfort, meaning they're constantly trying to add things, even though they're suffering in their life. They do things to feel more comfort in their suffering, rather than alleviate their suffering, rather than what I'd like to think that my show or myself, or what I'm going to share with you right now, I have the keys to unlock you from the prison that you live in, the prison of our minds, the prison of the emotions we don't want to feel, the prison of feeling like we're less, the prison of feeling like my life doesn't matter, the prison of not having a sense of direction, the prison of feeling invisible, the prison of always beating ourselves up about our previous sins or mistakes or setbacks or failures, the prison of being worried about what other people think about us. And so many of you and so many of us in our life stay in this prison that's in our minds. And the entire time, all we're trying to do is, man, if we could just sleep a little bit better, if I could feel a little bit better, if I could eat a little bit better, if I drove a little bit better car, if I had a little bit cooler friends, then my suffering, I'd have more comfort in my suffering. And there's this thing in our culture right now where so many of us, all we're really trying to do is have a little bit more comfort, but we're suffering. And I believe suffering comes from a place in our life where we're not pursuing our dreams. We're not pursuing our potential. We're not giving ourselves the gift of what's already within us, which is love and bliss and peace. And we're pursuing these things. We're pursuing that car, that truck, that relationship, that amount of money, that title, that prestige, that like on social, that following. So that maybe as we're suffering, we feel a little bit more comfort. There's these moments of happiness, moments of bliss, moments where we feel okay. But we live in a prison of our own making in our minds. And I believe there are keys to just simply the simple process of unlocking the key and walking out of that prison, and you never need to live in it again. The prison is living in fear. The prison is, what are people going to think about me? The prison is living someone else's dream. So many of us right now are pursuing something or in a career that we didn't even really choose. Our parents chose it, or people thought we'd be good at it, or we studied it in college and so we're stuck in it, or we've started a business and we're running it and it was originally our dream, but we just suffer every day in this dream that's probably right now, if we checked in and started over, is no longer our dream. How many of you right now, as you're driving in your car or running on the treadmill or watching this on YouTube, relate where you're like, I am suffering. I'm in this prison that it's my making. It was my dream I no longer have. It was my parents' dream that I'm living. It's a job that I know I don't want to do. It's emotions every day I don't want to feel, but that I create this pattern of feeling these emotions. Most people, listen to me, will live their entire life and get to the end of their life and only at the end of their life realize I suffered in comfort. And I could have ended my suffering at any point. I held the keys. God held the keys the entire time. I could have simply unlocked the gate. I could have unlocked the door and walked right out. That door, those keys are the following things. It's your faith. It's connecting, if you don't have one, connecting to something you believe in that's bigger than you. That faith is a pathway. It's part of the keys of getting out of the prison. It's the keys of getting out of the prison. Part of the keys is finding a dream that's our current dream, not our past dream, not our parents' dream, not our friend's dream, but our dream right now. Ask yourself a question, check in. Am I now living in a prison of my own creation? See, you hold the keys to this. Total freedom being out of the prison is a total commitment to something. Because once you've totally committed, now you're free to create. Now the options are whatever you want them to be in your life. Life is like this 100-room mansion. And we're born into it, and we get into this, we've chose this one career or this one relationship, and we spend the majority of our life in that one room in a 100-room mansion. Think about that for a minute. All the different experiences, things you could be learning, seeing, and doing in your life. But you spend almost every day, most of us, in the same room, in the same life, in the same mansion of life, with the same people doing the same things, suffering, and just a little bit more comfort. And you can dress that room up all you want. You can dress it up all you want. You can have the best blankets, the best food, the best drinks, but you still suffer. You can leave that room anytime you want. There's hundreds of other rooms. In fact, there's hundreds of other mansions that have hundreds of other rooms all over the world. There's a big world for you to experience. My challenge for you today, and that pathway out of there, my challenge for you today is to take the keys right now.